Yeah. Think about getting married, I get cold feet. Thinking about the days I was 4 deep. How I'm supposed to see myself down on one knee? Unless they say I don't make it, boy, it's a bet to me. These niggas wanna scope me, it ain't easy. They know I keep the pop, they know I'm squeezing. DA tryna lock me up, the real Revis. I'm nodding off the lean, but I ain't sleeping. I miss my nigga Spice, I'm still.
Welcome to the Chalk Talk Podcast. I'm your host, DC, and let everybody know who I got in the building.
Tony Freeman in the building today, man. You hear me?
Get it? Text a message, I don't know the number. Flexing on these niggas, every bone and muscle. Steady taking shots, never hurting them. Even then, y'all don't worry nothing. And I like to give a shout out to my niggas with the game plan. And shout outs on my niggas with escape plans. 20 bands, rain dance. We can either rain check or we can make plans. Pockets loaded, rocket loaded, okay, let's rock and roll this. Time to go, lock, stock, and two smoking barrels locked and loaded. Diamonds glowing, chop climbing on them. You think I'm jumping out the window, how I got them open. Line around the corner, line them up the block and over.
So, Tone, man, let everybody know where you
From
from.
Richmond, California, if you don't know, man.
Yeah. So let's get straight into it. What was your childhood like?
Uh, I grew up in Richmond, the Hill, if you don't know. Uh, Typical, hood activities, regular fighting, shooting, the whole nine. You know how that
Yeah.
go. But for me, I just had a different purpose and a different vision than what I had to do. So yeah.
Yeah. And how was the household? You feel me growing up? Did you have siblings, moms,
I
pops?
had moms, I had pops, then I had my big sister, my big brother, and then I had my niece. So it was cool.
Yeah. Um, did you play sports growing up as a kid? What was that
Yeah, I
like?
played sports. I played basketball, football. Then I started doing track like a little later. I ain't really like track because I just felt like you just running just to run. Like somebody tell you track, you like, boy, I ain't running just to run. But it's really deeper than that. But
Yeah.
I played mostly basketball, football. Also did a little baseball too. So
Uh-huh. So, you feel me? You said you played Little League football. What teams was you playing for?
first team I played for was the Richmond Eagles. I played for the Richmond Eagles for a year. And after that, as I got older, I started playing for the West County Spartans.
Yeah. Hey man, so if y'all don't know, man, you know me and Tone got some history. This my little bro. I've been knowing Tone since he was a kid, man. And we're gonna get into it more later on in the interview, but bro, I just want to shout you out right quick and let you know, you feel me? I'm one of your biggest fans right now. You feel me? Watching you play ball and just seeing where you came from and where you at now in life, bro. That's you feel me? That's something to be proud of. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
too many people don't make it out where we from. So just to see the path you're going down and what you might end up doing later on with far as football, that's special, bro.
Yeah, not for real.
Feel me?
Yeah,
So like I was saying, well, like you were saying, you play for West County.
yeah,
I think that's where me and you have first cross paths at. You
yeah.
feel me? I was playing what you was playing? Was you playing Mighty
Yeah.
Might or
Now I was
GP League?
playing Scouts. Remember, it was like Scouts, and it's like Tiny Mike,
Yeah.
GMP. I think I was on Scouts when he was like a mid.
Oh, so you was on the
Yeah,
youngest
yeah, I was on the
team.
youngest team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. So this was like, cause I had ended up leaving the Steelers. We didn't have a team around that time, so I had ended up leaving and coming to play for West County. It was like 20, I want to say 12 or 11.
yeah. I think it was
I
somewhere around
think I
there.
don't remember what
Yeah, I
year.
think it was
Yep.
somewhere. Yeah.
And I remember y'all team was. I think y'all had a raw team. Who was y'all coach? Coach
We
O.
had Coach Will. Coach Will was our coach, and
Uh,
Coach I think it was like Coach Eric or something. Coach Will, Coach Eric. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But y'all had a squad. What was y'all record that year?
I think we went like 9-1. We had super teams like me, Rob, Lil Will, Vaughn. We had my boy Perry. We had Bryce.
Yeah,
We went like 9-1, like 3 times in a row. My years playing there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Y'all was tight. So you played for them all the way until high school.
I played with them all the way until I think it was Pee Wee or Junior Pee
Uh huh.
Wee, and then that's when I went to Oh, we play. I played one season with the Berkeley Junior Jacket. That's when the Spartans like they stopped like having a team. Like the
Uh,
organization fell apart. So I played for the Berkeley Junior Jackets. Yeah, I ain't like we was bunk. Like we had squad, but bro, I don't know what it was. We was just losing every game. And then after
yeah,
that, that's when
it be like
yeah,
that. So feel me after Pop Warner. Oh yeah, matter of fact, I almost forgot. You said you was a hooper too,
yeah.
man. What was that like? Who you was playing for hoopers
So
and
we
shit?
did. At first, I started off hooping with the regular, the YMCA right there, and PAL and all that. And then I started
Mm-hmm.
hooping for Pro City, this team in Oakland, Pro City Elite. I started hooping with them, doing the little traveling circuits and stuff like that. Then yeah, so that was cool. Like I played it. I probably played basketball all the way until like on the traveling team, like 15, 16. Then that's when I just stopped
Yeah,
playing it and just started taking football serious. But I always was playing like high
yeah.
school and all that. So
And you was
yeah,
dunking. But this was you 5'9" right now, and you in
yeah.
college and high school.
I was probably like
How long you been? You was like what?
I was probably like 5'2", 5'3".
And you was
Yeah,
dunking, and you was
yeah.
dunking. Yeah. So what was some stuff? What was some stuff you used to do to, you feel me, had that type of athleticism? Because you know a lot of people when they that height, you feel me. Some people ain't touching the bottom of the
Yeah,
net, and you in there dunking. You feel me, like real life dunking though, not just you feel
yeah.
me. You feel me, you
I
dunking.
say like probably just for me growing up, like just running them hills, especially like running the hill
Hmm.
at DA when we used to practice there for the Spartans, like running the hills, just doing like little explosive workouts to like get your calf raises too. I used to be doing them like crazy, even though my legs they never looked the
Yeah,
biggest. Like I always used to do like calf raises. So just like little stuff like that. And then also genetics, like I feel like it was just like natural. I already naturally could jump high, but just me doing a little extra stuff like elevated my hops to take it to a different level.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, hard work make easy work, man. So you feel me? After hoop in middle school, what was the process of high school like? What was that?
Uh I mean the transition was smooth. There was just a lot of bigger people like coming in. I ended up going to Pinole for my
Mhm.
first 3 years of high school. So just coming in
Yeah,
there and working out with the older guys and just seeing what it was like it was just different. A lot faster. Then there was a lot bigger people, obviously, because I wasn't the biggest already as it is. So yeah,
yeah. So what out of all the schools, because you know in the West Contra Costa school district, it's a lot of schools like you got EC,
yeah,
you got Pinole, you got Richmond High, you got Kennedy. Who else in that
I think Hercules,
WCCUSD? Hercules, you
Salesians,
got her,
Salesians.
Salesians. Who else?
I think that's it.
Or
Yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it.
So out of all them schools, feel me that you had I ain't gonna say options to go to, but you feel
Yeah.
me? Out of all the schools, what made you feel me be like, man, I'm finna just go to Pinole.
So originally, like high school, like I was thinking about EC because I was right up the street. But then I
Hmm.
also was just like I think I had went to like a workout with Pano, just like went to see how practice was, and I just ended up like I'm just go here, and plus all my boys was
Yeah.
going there. I'm like I'm just go up there, so it was smooth. That was
Okay.
really it.
So the bond and the connection you had with your partners that led you going
Yeah,
to
me, Devon
Pinole.
Reese, yeah, all them. Once they said they was going there, I'm just go up there too. So
Yeah, man. Shout out my boys, man, Reese and Devon, man. Uh, so yeah, that was kind of like what I had freshman year. So we all end up going to EC as freshmen.
yeah,
It's probably like 8 of us. It was me, Legs, Bob, Fish, Roman. It was heck of us. You
yeah,
feel me? We had our own little group, and it was either gonna be EC or
yeah,
Kennedy. And at the time, Kennedy,
yeah,
how it is. Kennedy, it was a rough
yeah,
school. A lot of people wasn't like trying to go
yeah,
there, and then, it was political and you know how
yeah,
it
yeah.
go.
Nah, for sure.
So certain people felt like they couldn't go there, and they felt like EC was the better school for us as far as athletically, and it was safer. You feel me? Because we was up in the
Yeah,
hills, and so that kind of was the reason why a lot of us end up going to EC, and it's kind of like that now.
yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, man. How was that? You feel me? How was your freshman year up there?
My freshman year went up there. It went smooth. I think we went like 7-3. Went
Hmm.
crazy. Then I got bumped up to VAR. I was going. So I got bumped up to VAR at the end of our freshman season, but I was trying to play basketball, so I didn't even play the last few games that our varsity team played. Cause I think our varsity went like 10-0. That was the year we was raw. They went like 10-0
Uh-huh.
that year. Then I got bumped up to VAR, and then I just ended up just going straight to basketball. I'm like, I'm done. I'm finna just go hoop. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So was your main sport basketball or football at that time?
I say it was football, but like I don't know why. I just like I'm finna just go hoop. Like it was already at the end of the season. We went 7-3, went
Hmm.
crazy. I was like, nah, I'm just go hoop. But Vaughn and Reese ended
Yeah.
up they ended up playing the last few games with them. But yeah, I'm just gonna go hoop.
Yeah. So so you hooping at PV,
Yeah,
right? What so it's obviously you obviously can't play both
yeah,
sports. You feel me? Back and forth. You either gonna have to, like, closer towards you graduating, you either gonna have to pick a
yeah.
sport, or you feel me, just not play at all. So what was your what was your ultimate decision like when you picked football or basketball?
It was just like I just felt like football was my strong suit. Like that's where most of my like I feel like I was better in football than what I was in basketball. Like I was good in basketball, but I just felt like I had it all in football, so that's what made me chose to go so hard for football rather than basketball.
Mhm. Yeah. And like I said earlier, bro, a lot of people don't get the opportunities that we get in the city that we from. You
Yeah,
feel me? Richmond is that's probably one of the, if not the most roughest place in the Bay. You
yeah,
feel me? In my opinion, you still got Oakland and all the stuff like that,
yeah,
but we a small city, so we a little bit more overlooked in a lot of
yeah.
places. You know, so what was some stuff, man, growing up in Richmond that you seen that you could have been a statistic
Yeah,
kid and got in the streets,
yeah,
all that. We ain't gonna sit up here and fake it.
yeah,
Like, we got partners that's in the
yeah,
streets,
yeah. Not for real. Yeah,
and it's like, what made you be like, man, y'all stay over there with that, and I'm gonna be over here. Like, what's something you seen that made you be like, man, I'm finna take the sports and change the route.
The biggest thing for me is just seeing like the path that everybody go through from Richmond. Like if you don't know, like Richmond got a lot of ballers and a lot of people that's raw, but they just lack guidance and structure. So like for me, I had the people around me that was supporting me and letting me know that like you could change your everything around you just by doing what you're doing now. Just stay focused and keep pushing. So I feel like it's like a fine line of just like you got friends that do certain stuff that you don't do, but you gonna kick it with them, but it's just like certain boundaries. You feel me? So that was just like the
Yeah.
biggest thing for me. Just keeping the main thing, and knowing what I want out of it. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, man. I was just I'll be down and around, man. I just had a conversation with somebody about you. They was talking about you,
yeah,
you know, the old school memories, the rock tags
yeah.
and
The
all
rock
that in
fights.
the
Yeah,
hill, man,
yeah,
and I remember I was just telling somebody, I'm just like, man, Tony, he came a long way. This was a minute
yeah,
ago, like a couple months
yeah,
back. And I was just like, man, Tony came a long way, bro. Like, he got a
yeah,
chance to make it. You
yeah,
feel me? And you gonna
yeah.
make it,
Not for real. Yeah,
Feel me? It's just you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. You gonna make it for sure
yeah,
though. A lot of people that it's some people that you don't even know, speaking highly of
yeah,
you,
yeah. Yeah.
So just keep a pace, bro. Just keep a pace. And yeah, man. So, ultimately you pick
Yeah,
football as your, like you said, your strong suit,
yeah,
right? Um, I remember I was watching some film. I don't know what year it was, but you was at PV. I don't know if it was your sophomore or your junior year, but you was out there making it look
Yeah.
easy. What was that like?
I would just say really like
Like what type of work did you put in to, make it look so easy out there on the field, man?
I just say like just the off season and just like free time. I feel like I really just like the off season. I always did something to perfect my craft and to elevate my game. So, the main thing in high school is like how out here you go to certain high schools. You know how they be trying to lie to kids like you go to this high school, you ain't gonna go D1. Like they ain't gonna get you
Yeah,
there. So just me
yeah,
just like working on my own and the people that was supporting me like pushing me and pouring into me and letting me know that I could get to the next level by just putting in work. So that was just really the main thing for me, just putting in work on the off season, getting stronger, getting bigger. Cause I obviously wasn't the biggest, but I had speed and all the other stuff. So just using that to my advantage.
yeah. Okay, so feel me? Things don't work out at the at
Yeah,
Pinot, and you end up leaving.
yeah.
What was that process like for you?
It really just happened. I think it was like the COVID year. Like we had a pretty good team. Like COVID year, I don't know, bro. We just
Hmm.
down. Like I don't know. We just lost like the last three. And then like after the season ended, I don't know, I just felt like it was best for me to leave. So
Hmm.
I ended up I was just gonna go to EC or DA, and then I ended up going to DA. And then if y'all don't know, y'all all know how that went. I went to DA, and
Yeah,
then they started saying we had a super team and we was cheating and the whole nine. And then
yeah.
everybody say they ain't say nothing. So I was just like, bro, it is what it is. So I didn't get to play my senior year. But I ended up still having a offer from Sac State for DB. I was gonna play DB or receiver up there, and then that happened, and I just committed, and then like some weird stuff happened with that, so I ended up not going there, and then I was running track at DA and hooping. I say like probably like right before the next signing day in like February. uh I got an offer from Southern Utah, but I was like, I don't know if I really want to go there. So Von and Reese, they was taking visits to, I think like they went to City and then went to San Mateo. And then like if you go JUCO out
Hmm.
here, like everybody tell you like San Mateo, like if you gonna go JUCO, like go to San Mateo. Like that's the best JUCO. So I ended up
Yeah.
texting OG on Twitter, like I'm trying to come there. Like they say y'all the best JUCO, like I'm trying to come, like get me on a visit. So I went up there, went on a visit, liked it, committed, and then yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, how did that make you feel, man, when you realized that your last year of high school was took away from you?
Shit, I was hurt. Like I ain't understand. Uh, but it was really just like I couldn't really see how an adult could go out their way and try to like jeopardize a kid future. Like I understand you mad that a
Hmm.
kid went to a certain school, but I just don't really like how in our school district, like the teachers and like all the older stuff, they gotta say so where you could go to school at. Like I don't really understand that how they gotta say so to interfere with what school you gotta go to. I feel like
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I'm with
like
you.
the system.
I agree 100%.
Yeah,
So, you know how you say the whole jeopardizing teachers be having say
yeah,
so. I know it's a touchy subject for
yeah,
people that's gonna see this, but I know you see what's going on at El Cerrito right now,
yeah,
with the little investigations and all that type of
yeah,
stuff, and they were saying like some teachers was following kids to their
yeah.
house and taking pictures of them. What's your input on that,
I don't
man?
even like. I just don't see why like adults even like interfere with that. Like if a kid want to go to a school, like let him go to the school. Like as long as he ain't doing nothing to harm you or what you got going on, he doing something good for himself. Like I don't see why there's a reason why you going out your way trying to ruin what this kid got. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, man, and you said you was hurt by
yeah,
that. So it was a situation where I had, man, my so I had I was on my 5th year at Boise, and I was going into my 6th year.
Yeah,
But I had a situation that happened with my academics
yeah,
to where I had to get removed from the team. And for a long time, coaches used to be on my head like, you just seem like you don't care to be here, and you just nonchalant, man. It just seemed like you don't have no feelings towards this sport. We paying you to be here,
yeah,
and you just showing us you don't care. And it's like, man, for a long time, I just didn't know how to express my emotions. And once I got the sport took away from me, I was like, man, that's a different type of feeling
yeah,
and grit that you get when something that you really love, you can't play it no more. You can't do it at that moment.
yeah,
So yeah, man. Fast forward. So now you end up at San
yeah.
Mateo. And what was that like?
That experience was, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. I still say it to this day, like San Mateo changed my ways. They changed my life,
Hmm.
honestly. I'll say like it was a great decision. Like coming where we from, like when you go JUCO, like growing up, like you always be like, man, I ain't going JUCO. Like, bro, you bunk. Like, why you going JUCO? That's weak. Like,
Yeah.
it's always D1 or nothing. So like when I got there,
Yeah.
like you kind of feel like not like a failure, but you like, damn, like I kind of let myself down. Like I'm at a JUCO. Like, what am I doing? So like I
Mhm.
had I think that was 2022 when I graduated. We won state that year. We went like 12-1. I was gray shirting, but I was going against the starting D like every day.
Yep. So you was on
Yeah,
scout
so I was on
team.
scout team for the first time. So
Uh-huh.
that was cool just going against them and sharpening my game and getting work from the top people. We had a lot of top defensive backs that year that came out, so it was good. So that's when after that, fast forward, that's when my freshman season came around, and I killed it. We went like 11-2 and lost in state,
Hmm.
but I say like that's when everything started to fall in place. I went to the like right after gray shirt season ended. That's when my recruitment started to kick back up. I went to the San Jose State camp, was frying everything in front of me. And then right after the
Yeah.
camp, Sanho offered me on the spot. And then that's just when
Hmm.
season started and I was going crazy again. That's when everything just started falling in place for me finally. So, yeah.
So how did that so you being around them older dudes and gelling, how did that raise your level of competition?
I rated my competition like to extreme, like JUCO, like everybody trying to get theirs, but it was just like a different feeling at San Mateo. Like, yeah, we all gonna get ours, but at the end of the day, we brothers. Like, we gonna push each other. Like, I'm gonna be on your ass every day. You gonna be on my ass. But at the end of the day, the main goal is to get up out of here and create a future for yourself. So that was just the main thing there. Just competing daily and elevating each and one of our games to the next level for us to be productive
Yeah.
at the next level. So yeah,
Okay. And you red shirt and you going against the scout team, like you said. Explain to the people, what that is.
yeah. So if you don't know, like red shirt and gray shirt, and it's basically like you the scout team. Like so, whatever opponent y'all team gonna be playing that following week or what they game prepping for, you gonna be the scout team player. So for me, I was a receiver. So I was running all the scout team plays at receiver, doing all the motions and all that stuff. Cause I was fast. Just giving our defense a look so when the game come on, like they know like what they looking for, certain formations with certain plays gonna come out of, so that way they could be on game and on point. So that's really what a scout team player. And sometimes they do be buzzing, they do be hitting you for no reason. So you just gotta make sure you on point. So yeah,
Yeah. And you feel me? So your first offer when you was at San Mateo was, you said, San
yeah.
Jose? Okay. And what was that
I feel
like?
like I feel like it was long overdue because, like I said, like I was going crazy junior and senior. I mean, junior and sophomore year at Pinole. So like all the coaches already
Hmm.
knew me. They just wasn't trying to. You feel me? Obviously, I ain't played my senior season, so they wasn't gonna offer me. So then, like once I came back to the camp, like they were wide receiver coach out there, East Scott, and then the head coach, Coach Brendan. They was like, we already seen you enough, Freeman. Like, you don't even gotta go no more. Like, we was doing ones. He's like, you done. Like, we already know. And then like right after camp, he just called me. He was like, I want you, and we gonna make it happen. Like we're gonna offer you the San Ho. And then I was at like it just felt it was a surreal feeling just knowing that I was finally back on top and back en route to where I was trying to go. So it was like
Yeah.
definitely a relief, I would say. But it also made me more
Uh-huh.
hungry because it was just like, okay, this first of many, like I'm back on my feet. I just gotta go crazy this season and everything gonna fall in place.
Mm, yeah. See, it all worked out in your favor, man. Sometimes you gotta take a
Yeah,
U-turn, you
not
know?
for real.
You might have to go somewhere, man, and double back and turn back around, you feel me? Pick up where you left off
Yeah,
at. So ultimately you chose to go to UW. I mean not UW, Washington State. Damn, my bad. I'm tripping.
yeah,
You went to Wazoo, my
yeah.
bad. So yeah, what was that, man? What was that process like? Fill us in on that.
I say like it was I ain't gonna lie, that was a hard one. It was really between Wazoo and San Jose State and Fresno was in there a little bit, but the signing day I was trying to just I was already done with JUCO. Like I was just trying to get to my next place and learn the playbook and be able to put myself in a position to where I'm winning. So I took a official visit to San Ho. I loved it. I was messing with it, and then that's when I took one to Wazoo. And then I was trying to get one in to Fresno, but you know how the signing day thing is like December 20th. Like after anything after that, like it's like a dead period. So then that left me with
Yeah,
just Wazoo and San Ho, and I was like stuck for a minute. Like I think I stayed up like 2 nights in a row. Like just thinking about it, you know how that be like everybody calling you like, yeah, Tony, we want you here. Yeah, so like God, I don't
yeah.
know.
I'm already
I don't
knowing.
know. I don't know where I should go. So I just prayed on it. You feel me? Just remove myself from everybody and just really sat down and think like what did I want out of this and where did I see myself. So both of the places schools like had great opportunities for me to come in, but it was just like which one really had my best interest at heart. So I ultimately ended up going with Wazoo. So yeah.
Yeah. And you know, this is my favorite question to ask people when they go to college. What's the difference between Richmond and Washington? I mean, not Washington, California and Washington. I say Richmond, my
Like
bad.
it's a lot of less people your color. It's a lot of it's just like way different. Like it's like a whole you in a whole different new world, bro. Like it's way different,
Yeah,
especially because Pullman is way smaller. Like you don't really see too much people your color. It's a small town. It barely got any like really like restaurants and like fast food out there. It be cold,
yeah,
snowing. Like it just like it's way different. It's a lot slower. If you know Richmond, like a lot of fast pace, a lot of there's a whole lot of everything going on, and like up there it's just like
yeah.
slow. Like everything is slow. Like you feel me? It's a good place though, but it's just like a lot slower and a lot different from Richmond.
Mhm. So, what's the hmm? Because we from it's
Yeah,
California.
yeah,
The Bay Area. We
yeah,
we got our own little culture, our own little swag.
yeah,
How was you? How was your adjustment process out there? Like, how long did it take you to finally be comfortable and like,
yeah,
all right, like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Uh, I say like. Cause Chop out there, so Chop kind of was like giving me the rundown and the runaround and showing me like everything that was going on around there, and like this is where you eat at, and you feel me. But I say like probably like 2 months in, like I felt comfortable. I started like going out and just like learning the environment and just seeing like everything that was around me. I say like 2 months is like when I finally like just like settled in and I was cool.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you ever got homesick when you was out there?
Uh. I wouldn't say not homesick, but like just like how you miss like certain like family events because you way up there. So nah, I didn't really get homesick because
Yeah,
at San Mateo we had a little. I was living out there the whole week. Like we had a little team house, so I was living out there Monday through Saturday, and then like right after the game I come home and then go back up there Sunday.
yeah.
So nah, I wouldn't say I was homesick, but you do it is like certain. I really just miss the food, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I just like God. I wish I had some Cane's. I wish I had some Chick-fil-A. Ain't none of that up there.
Man,
So I just like
that's how I used to be. Like,
yeah,
like Boise, I ain't gonna lie.
It's just the
A
food.
lot of people, a lot of people sleep on Boise
Yeah,
because for the same reasons. Like you got, you feel me? It's a small town. It's not really too much, but when you really look at it, it's really
yeah,
cool. Like it's a tucked off little place, but it's the same thing. You know, we got a McDonald's, we got a Taco Bell, we got Sonic, Chili's. Like we got all the restaurants is within the
yeah,
city. Feel
yeah,
me? So it's like it's sometimes you have your days where it be like, man, it ain't nothing to do.
yeah,
Then you have days where it be like, man, we should have been doing stuff like this. We just don't be out
yeah.
like
That's what I'm
that, you
saying.
know?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's how it be like out there in Pullman. We got what we got. We got McDonald's, Jack in the Box,
Hmm.
Taco Bell, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell. And then if you want Chick-fil-A, you gotta we be going to the Idaho Vandals Day Camp. It's like 15 minutes from us. They got Chick-fil-A in their little dining thing.
Yeah.
Then they got like a few little restaurants up there that I be going to like South Fork or something like that. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So what's the competition like out there? You feel me? You out there, what was practice and workouts like?
I say workouts is definitely like more intense. Like they demand more from you. Obviously, it was a competition every day because it's a lot of guys. Our receiver room was heavy this year. Like we had a lot of transfers
Hmm.
come in, and a lot of guys that hasn't got the opportunity to play. They finally had their chance to prove themselves. So just competition day in and day out, and just knowing you got to bring your best.
Yeah, off top. So where you fall into that at, man? So, we watched a few games and we seen you out there doing your
Yeah,
thing. So, let's talk about it. You feel me? Boise versus Washington.
yeah.
You feel me? I seen you out there describe that game and that whole process. Like, you feel me? Waking up all the way to the end of the game. What was that like?
Just coming in and trying to make a statement. I think around that time, I think we was 4-0, and then we was playing Boise. So after that week, it was gonna be a bye week. So just locking in on that
Yeah,
game and knowing we had a big opponent to face. Just locking in and knowing our assignment and knowing that the objective that we was trying to leave here was with a win, even though that ain't happened. But Boise State, I ain't gonna lie, bro, y'all got a lit. I ain't gonna lie, it was turned there. They had the lights going, everybody with the flash on, like
yeah.
it was lit. Like so, I'll say like that
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere it was nice. Even though the game ain't go how it went, how it was supposed to go. We didn't walk out with a win, but I feel like that made our team like we jailed more after that loss. Like I feel like we was more hungry like after we got that loss because it was a lot of things that we was doing throughout that game that we wasn't doing like the first three games. So just a lot of like
Uh-huh.
mental mistakes that cost us to lose. So I feel like
Yeah.
in the we needed that loss for us to get back on track and get the main objective that we was trying to do throughout the season.
Yeah, man. That's what happened, man. When you play Boise, we giving out belt. Nah, nah, I'm just
Nah,
playing.
yeah, but I ain't gonna
But
lie,
nah,
Genty was crazy, bro. Like you seen, like he
he
little.
was like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't really give too many people they props. I ain't gonna lie. Cuz was cold. I ain't gonna lie. He was cold, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like the
See,
first two series,
it's
like we stopped him. All right, we cool. I'm all right, he cool.
mm-hmm.
Then he just broke like a 70-yarder. I'm like, boy, broke like 8 tackles.
See.
I'm like,
But
bro,
I heard that. I be hearing that from people too. Like, some people I still tap in with, they call
yeah,
in, and I be asking, like, man, he really, you feel me? He like that? They be like, man, he probably the best player we
yeah,
got. But they was saying that about him. They fresh, like his freshman year, they was saying that, like, bro, he the best player.
yeah,
And I was just like, man, you feel me? So, okay, boom, fast forward. Y'all had a bye week
yeah.
after
We had a
that.
bye week after that.
So what's practice like on a bye week?
Like typical thing. First, you had a team meeting. Though, like you know, when you come off a lose your first loss, like you can feel the tension in the team room. Like everybody, got that face.
Uh-huh.
Like we just lost. And then coach just broke it down to us and showed us like you hear me like it wasn't like they was better than us. We just did. We had a lot of mental mistakes. So just focusing that bye week, just fixing up and cleaning up all the little things that we needed to work on to take our team to the next level. And just I feel like
Yeah.
it was more that loss made us more hungry. So practice was a lot more competitive from the scout teams standpoint, and like just from offense and defense and special teams as well. Like it was a lot more intense. So yeah,
So let's get into some we're gonna jump back on this topic, but I wanna ask you this too. What's your off season training like?
the off season. So right now, I probably like once we get back. So I'm back at the crib right now, but once I get back out there, probably just get bigger. Definitely get bigger. Put on like 10 pounds. Get
Hmm.
stronger. Uh, Probably just try to get on the jugs every day, like catch 100 jugs a day. Make sure I'm throwing my quarterback consistently, like getting that route timing done. Uh, Catching the tennis ball, so you know the little tennis jug machine. Catching
Yep.
like trying to catch three at one time, get my eye coordination right, and probably just
Hmm.
watching film and seeing the things that I need to improve on, really to take my game to the next level for this upcoming season.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. It's always better to be a step ahead. You feel
Yeah,
me? You got some dudes that's coming home and they getting straight to it.
yeah,
Then you got some dudes that's coming home and they just chill the whole entire time. You feel me? No workout, no nothing. They just chill and then come back and then be the dudes that end up, you feel me, coming in last
yeah,
place. They last on the depth chart, or they, you feel me, they just not
yeah,
it. They not dogs on the
yeah,
field. Feel me? So always remember that to be a step ahead. My pops used to tell me all the time when I was a kid, like, feel me, it's somebody across the world that want the same goal you want, but he actually putting the work in.
yeah. Nah, for real.
And I used to always sit and think about that. Like even when I worked out, I used to always feel like when I finished my workout, somebody else
No
working
more.
out
Yeah,
right now
they
still.
still going. Yeah, nah. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot of work to put in it that you have to put in to be an athlete. You know, it's more than just catching the ball, throwing the ball, running the ball, getting interceptions. Like, man, you got to be a student of the
yeah,
game, you
yeah.
know? You got to learn your opponents. So, you know me, how important is film in college football?
I say film is really like the most important thing. Like, yeah, you got skilled people, but I feel like some teams got a lot less skilled people, but their IQ is there on the field, so they always gonna outbeat you and outplay you. So I feel like film is just
Hmm.
the advantage that you got of your opponent if you really study and really know what you're doing and really keying on the things they like to do. I feel like film will help you take your game to the next level.
Yeah. How damn, I forgot. Oh, how you feel about the NIL and all that, like the money now? You know, back then we wasn't getting that when I was in college in 2017. So now, you know, it's like a financial thing now. How you feel about the NIL? The pros, I want to hear the pros and cons of it.
Obviously the pros, like obviously like having extra money in your pocket to do what you want and do what you please. And then I feel like
Hmm.
the cons of it, I feel like some people get too ahead of themselves. Like a lot of people just be money hungry, and it's like you ain't even do nothing and you asking for money. So I just feel like it's
Yeah,
like the pros and the cons. Like if you produce, then you don't even really gotta say nothing. Like they gonna take care of you. But I just feel like the cons of it, it's like a lot of people be thinking they what's that word, bro?
what?
They
Just you could, I mean, not you could cuss
Yeah,
on
I'm
it, bro.
saying
Just let the motherfucker.
they be thinking they gotta like it's the coaches gotta give it to you. Like it don't really yeah,
Ungrateful? You talking about ungrateful?
yeah, ungrateful, and they just think like, oh, what's that word? Like when somebody give it to you, like they think they gotta give it to them. Like you feel me? You don't gotta work for it. It's just like yeah, I'm such and such. Like you gotta
Uh,
just you feel me? Yeah,
entitled.
entitled. That's the word. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people be feeling like they're entitled to get the NIL money, but I just feel like that's where it be like it be messing people up. Cause some people be you be getting left out because the coach see you money hungry, but you ain't even working to put this team or to put this team in a position to
yeah,
win. So I feel like yeah, that's the pros. The pros is just like you having extra money in your pocket to do what you want as you please and to take care of your loved ones that's struggling or whatever the case may be. And then
mhm,
the cons of just people feeling entitled that you feel me, the coaches gotta do that and you ain't even putting in the work or trying to take this team to the next
yeah.
level. So yeah.
So basically, you feel like, man, you feel like if you working, You feel me? You should get
Yeah.
it. And if you really ain't, it's no point in
Yeah.
getting
It
it.
ain't no point in getting.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that, man. I be seeing a lot of dudes. It's a lot of dudes, man, on the internet, and you could kind of just tell the ones who just doing it for a check and the ones who passionate about the sport.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's sometimes why I be, I like the NIL thing because, like you said, it help out with a lot of people financially. You never know what somebody got going on in their personal
Yeah.
life, but at the same time, you got the dudes with the flashy, the gold
Yeah.
teeth, the chains,
Yeah.
and all that. You feel
Yeah.
me on some prima donna
Yeah.
stuff. And some of them dudes, you don't get me wrong, some of them dudes go
Yeah.
crazy. They ball out in the game, first round picks, and then you got some that just bunk all the way around. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like what you doing? You ain't really the looks is there, but where is you ain't raw. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Real shit
Yeah.
though. Like you ain't
Yeah.
and and yeah, man, it's sick because the game is I feel like watching the game now it's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes playing, they play out of school 1 year, then I don't like it here, I'm not playing right away, I want to transfer.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, bro, a lot of people feel like they entitled to something. Like if a coach tell them like, "Oh man, you gonna play as a freshman," they think
Like
already
yeah.
before they
Like I'm
even get there
playing.
and see the
Yeah. Like I'm playing,
competition.
bro. Yeah. Like nah.
Yeah, and I just had to talk with my boy from from Boise, my boy Jay Neal. We just did an interview. Shout out Jay Neal. He said the same thing. He like, bro, a lot of kids is transferring because they scared to compete and they scared of that
Yeah.
competition. And I feel like that. Like even when I was in school, we had a lot of dudes. We had some dudes ain't even make it past the second week of fall camp.
Yeah.
Feel me? So tell everybody what that's like, man. What's fall camp like?
Fall camp, you up and at it early and nighttime. You got meetings all day. You got practice. Probably after practice, you go up there, get something to eat. Probably get like an hour break, and then you right back in team meeting, special team meeting, position meeting, walkthrough, and then you repeat it next day. So I feel like
Yeah,
fall camp make or break a lot of people just depending on who you is. Honestly, like it'll just make or break you. Like if you really want it, you gonna push through, but if you don't want it, you gonna fall at the bottom of the bucket. So I mean, yeah,
yeah. And I don't usually ask this question on the podcast. Well, I've been meaning to, but I never asked it yet. What's like, what's a way that because we both know what's going on, man. We both athletes.
yeah,
We done been around the parties and all that. What's a way that you zone out everything and make sure like, man, this I'm focused right here. All that stuff out there, man. I'm blocking it out.
yeah. I say like if it's not benefiting me, then like I ain't gonna. You feel me? It's not gonna benefit me. Then I ain't gonna go out there and waste my time on it. Like if it's hurting me, if it's gonna hurt my performance and what I'm trying to do, then I probably just block it out. Like it ain't no point to waste my time and doing that when I'm trying to do this
Yeah.
right now. So just having tunnel vision and
Hmm.
making sure you know what your goal is and what you trying to get out of it, and that's really the only thing that's gonna matter. Everything else could wait. For real, for real.
Yeah. What was your what was your experience like, man, for your first game? Like when you was out there, cause I seen
Yeah,
you. I'm seeing the Twitter
yeah,
post. I'm seeing the Instagram
yeah,
stories. Everybody tagging you in. I'm like, man, it's Tony. Hey,
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm like, man. So I'm looking at some clips and
yeah.
some plays. You out there balling.
Yeah.
What was it like when you played your first college game?
I say I ain't gonna lie, I had the butterflies, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like
Yeah.
just like you know how they pick you up from the hotel, you got the team bus and then like the police escorting you, and then you got like all the fans
Mhm.
cheering. Then like once you get off the thing, like they got the band going, all the fans in the little area,
Yeah,
like
it's
yeah, they
lit.
shake your hand. And my hands sweating. I'm like, God, but it's like I don't know, bro. It's like a feeling that you can't explain, bro. Like it's like a surreal feeling. Like God, like I'm really
Yeah.
like I used to always dream about this. Like now I'm really doing it. Like today I'm really finna play my first
Yeah.
college game. So I was gonna say
Yeah.
like I ain't gonna lie, I had the butterflies. So I got like my first. My for like warm up, even through warm ups, like I'm like God, like bro, it's crazy. All the fans there, like they blowing the smoke, doing the little thing, like we doing our interest. Then like I'll say
Uh-huh.
like my butterflies left like after my first punt return. Like I just had to get that. You know how you do punt return, like everybody watching you, bro. Like so I just had to get that out the way. And then once I got out the way, like
Yeah.
I was cool. But the experience was I ain't like it was crazy, bro.
It's
Yeah,
different, huh?
way different.
It's different, especially like just say, high school, we so even Pop Wonder, it's like we so used to waking up, driving to the
Yeah,
games,
like yeah,
you know what I mean, getting dressed, all the stuff, regular little
yeah,
stuff. So it's different when you got a crowd of 50,000 people, you got police escorts, you got, cheerleaders over
yeah.
there with the pom pom shaking your hand while you walk into the locker room. It's like it make you feel like, man, like they all here to
Me,
watch me
yeah,
play.
not for real. Especially like the fans.
So it's
Like you sitting there on the sideline, they scream your name, drunk and everything, like Tony Freeman, like
yeah,
taking the fireball shots
it,
and everything. Like it's like
yeah,
that, bro.
it get
Like
real.
I'm
It
saying,
get real like
yeah.
that.
So,
So what's like a what's a crazy what's one of your craziest experience out there at Wazoo? Whether it's on the field or off the field, like what's something you seen out there and you was like, man, it's crazy.
mm, but I ain't like, it don't really be too much like really going on out there, like a crazy experience.
Like a party or a practice, a practice fight or a party, like some, don't,
Yeah,
you know what to do.
yeah. I'm saying, crazy thing. Trying to see, bro. Uh. Yeah, none. I ain't had nothing like really. Nothing ain't really just been like boy, like nothing ain't nothing
Yeah,
that happened yet. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but ain't nothing really like crazy happened. Where
yeah.
it's like, boy, you seen that? Like, nah, it's been normal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just
So it's
yeah,
regular. It's calm
yeah.
right
It's
now.
calm, regular.
Okay. How you feel about the staff?
Yeah. So yeah, we just got all our staff just left with our other head coach to Wake Forest. I mean, I feel
This was
yeah,
recent.
this recent. Yeah, our whole staff. We played our bowl game with a couple of our staff, but a few of them already had left. But we got a
Ah.
whole new coaching staff up there right now. So we I get back out there tomorrow to have the meetings with one-on-ones with the new coaches. So we gonna see how that go. But I talked to a few of them over the phone. It was a great conversation, nothing but positive things. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. And that's I'm glad you brought that up because when you get a new staff, man, a lot of dudes be on the edge of their seat because they don't know if they gonna
yeah,
leave, or they stay.
yeah,
And that's good that you had positive conversations with the coaching staff because yeah, man, it been times where it didn't got hectic, like dudes is leaving like left and right. We done had a few people, with a new staff be like, man, I didn't recruit you, so
yeah. You gotta
you
go.
gonna have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
got to up
Yeah,
here.
that's what I'm saying.
Speak on that. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't experienced it, but I always like heard like people with new like when you get new coaching and a new coaching staff, like obviously it's like you don't know if you want to stay or not because like this coach don't know nothing about me. So I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
with them, like they made it comfortable for a lot of our players that stayed on this team throughout the bowl game while all this was happening by just reaching out. Like as soon as they knew they got hired here, just reach out and having a conversation with us and asking us like certain questions and just having a conversation. So I feel like that made a lot of
Yeah,
people more comfortable with just not jumping straight in the portal. So
yeah,
yeah,
man, that's important, bro. So yeah, man, and it's sad to say, but it's the truth. I'm always gonna keep it a
yeah,
hundred, authentic off the back. So it's a dirty
yeah,
game. We ain't gonna sit up here and act like it's
yeah,
not. It's political. It got its ups and downs
yeah.
though,
That's what
but
I'm
you know
saying.
how it is. It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Like, do y'all how the walk on process work up there? If you know.
Uh, I don't really know like too much, but I know like
Uh-huh.
think they get like certain. They only eat a certain. They only get a certain amount of meals a week, I believe, or something
Man,
like that. So like if you on scholarship, you get to go in there whenever, eat whenever, like do whatever. But I think the walk ons like they get a few meals. I don't know if it's monthly or if it's weekly. Like they get a few meals or something like that, and they gotta pay for
yeah,
schooling, I think, or something like that. But I think a few to walk on say like it's like a time frame or like certain how many years. Like if you was to get put on scholarship, like they'll pay like some of the money off that you was owing from school. But I'm not too sure though.
uh,
But like some of the walk ons on my team, like sometimes I don't be like eating the cafeteria food, and I know that you feel me. They don't really get to go in there and eat every day, so I go in there and make him a tray and feel me give it to him because I know I'm not gonna eat it that day or whatever the case may
yeah.
be. So yeah,
That's crazy, bro. Like that you gotta even, and it's not to say because some dudes walk on and they just cool because you know a lot of some dudes might walk on and they might be
yeah, that's what I'm
rich.
saying.
You
Yeah,
know, they just trying to
that's what
have
I'm saying. It
fun.
be different for a lot of people. Like some people be
So
financially good enough to where it's like, yeah, I'm walking on, but like I ain't struggling. Like
yeah,
I'm good. And then it's like some people that walk on, it's
hmm
like, bro, if I don't get this scholarship, bro, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like so, yeah,
exactly. And them the ones I ain't gonna say feel bad because some dudes they walk on, get the portal and they get a scholarship
yeah, that's what I'm
somewhere.
saying. Yeah,
So it's like man that Boise. I like we done had a whole, you know how it
yeah,
is. I was there 5 years, bro. We got walk-ons damn near every year coming.
yeah,
A lot of them too, like probably like five, six of them. And it's like, man, you got some that are come in there and they trying to show y'all
yeah,
like, you know, I'm serious. I'm trying to be here with y'all. I deserve to play.
yeah,
Then you got some they just don't. I don't know, like they don't got the coach's best interest.
yeah,
Feel me? So they'll be there for like a little hot minute, couple weeks, then they get in the boot.
yeah,
You feel me? Like that process, that's hard, man. Like that's hard for a lot of
yeah.
people. So, what you finna this going into your what? What year?
So I'll be a junior. So I'll be a junior. This will be my upcoming junior season once the season start. But they talking about this new JUCO rule, so I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna play out. You know, how you get a little
Oh,
extra year.
oh, so you a part of that
Yeah.
too?
So if I don't know how it worked, but I don't know if I'd be a sophomore again or like if I just had to play my junior and senior season and then like try to
Hmm.
get granted another year from the NCAA or I don't know how that worked, but
Yeah,
when I get back to Wazoo, I'm gonna talk to the compliances and see like how that worked. But yeah,
yeah. Hell yeah, you better see about that, boy. You get them extra 4 years, it's over.
oh
You damn near gonna be a first round pick.
yeah, I ain't trying to be
What's this?
yeah. Yeah.
What? Go
I'm saying
ahead.
I ain't trying to be 30 up here though. You know how that go. You do
Yeah,
extra, but I
yeah.
do.
Ain't trying to be
Yeah,
extra.
if it makes sense though, like I consider like doing another year, but we'll see how my junior and senior season go, and then go from there.
Yeah, man. See about that for
Yeah.
sure. You saw, what's up, man? You ain't. What's up with Dev and Reese? You ain't trying to get him up there with you?
Oh yeah, I'll be trying to get them up there with me, but like you feel me, it's only like so much that I can do. Like I be putting it,
Yeah,
telling them, getting in their ear about them, but it's only like so much that I can do.
yeah. Nah,
So
I
yeah,
know.
you know how that go. Like yeah, so
So, yeah, man. When y'all, cause who y'all just played the ball game?
we play Syracuse.
Y'all did. Y'all played Syracuse, and it was. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was looking ugly.
Yeah,
But I'm like, bro, where I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, why Tone ain't in the
yeah,
game like that?
yeah,
I know it's nothing you can
yeah,
control, bro. I
yeah,
know. I done heard I didn't the same thing, bro. I went through the same thing. Everybody calling your phone thinking you supposed to just put yourself on the field, all that.
yeah,
What that's like, bro.
right,
Tell me about that process when you don't play as much as you should and you got the people in the crowd calling and
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Oh, you supposed to be in, I'm watching and you ain't in. Like how is that?
yeah. I mean, it's like it's always like two sides to everything. Like like when everybody know you and they used to you always going crazy, and then you go somewhere at a new place and it's like, bro, why you ain't? You feel me? So it's just like I feel like sometimes D1 you have your times like bro where it humble you like from actually being the guy to having to continue to prove yourself every day so you could be the guy for the new team. So I just say like bro, just being patient, just working and controlling what you could control. And then when you finally get your opportunity, bro, you better leave your mark. So yeah.
Hmm. I'm glad you said that, man. Control what you can control. Where was the where was the where did you have your first welcome to college moment? Like, it's real. Like this, I gotta tighten up.
Uh uh I forgot. I think it was San Ho game. I ain't gonna lie. We had like we was
Yeah.
in like, I think we played San, we went like triple overtime or double overtime.
Yeah.
And like we was like, how it was like tempo offense. It was like 1 minute left, so we
Uh-huh.
trying to get down there and score. And they was in like cover two, but how when you in cover two, like the corner got to respect the whole shot of the fade. So he was like backing up a little bit with the fade, and I had an out route, bro, and I had caught it, and I had like soon as I turned, like bang, like he hit me out, like ooh, shit. They like
So
yeah,
you got
yeah.
blasted.
So like that was probably like my first welcome to college moment. I ain't gonna lie.
Hmm. And what was that like? Was you like how did that make you feel? Like did that turn you up after, or you was like you feel me like oh yeah I gotta keep my head on the swivel out here.
You feel me? It turned me up. But it
Mhm.
also told me that like yeah, these niggas is big, like they ain't playing. So it just like
Yeah.
it's like two sides to it. Like I think that was my first couple plays, like my first catch in the game. So it was just all right. Like I got my first hit out the way. Like I'm cool. Like, but yeah, it definitely
Mhm.
turned me up.
Yeah. So we back on that NIL thing, man. Like you know, does that do NIL play a role for you? I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, is it something that's been benefiting you?
Yeah, NIL for sure benefit me. Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't let you go without talking about this, man. How it feel when you play NCAA, man, and you see your name and you see yourself on TV, you can actually play the game and use yourself in it.
I say like when it first happened, like it was crazy. I was using my player. I was using Wazoo and spending my player every game, no matter who I'm playing. Everybody be getting
Yeah.
Alabama, Georgia. I'm using me throwing myself the ball 30 times a game. So I say it was just like
Hmm.
crazy. Like just playing the old one when they had the old college game and seeing everybody in it, and then like finally like seeing myself like God boy, this real, like this me, like I'm in the game. So I feel
Yeah.
like it definitely was a blessing and a surreal moment for me. Now just like God, that's crazy. Now just like time to work so I get to the next chapter and get in the NFL. Feel me? Be in that game.
Hmm.
So yeah, it definitely motivated me for sure.
Yeah, you gonna make it, bro. I'm telling you, like I said earlier, you gonna make it. You gonna make it. I'm telling you, you just gotta stay doing what you're doing. Don't change the path. Don't change the nothing. You
Yeah,
feel me? Write your book and stick to it,
yeah, man,
man.
for real.
I remember when the game had first came out, and a lot of the kids at the school at DA, they like, man, I was trying to play. I was trying to play with Tone and this and that. I'm like, Tone in the game? They like, yeah. They like, he at Washington State. And they were saying a few other
Yeah.
people. And it's like, man, back when I was in college, I don't even think, yeah, NCAA wasn't even out. I think the last one they made before this one was like 2013 or
Yeah, I think it
14.
was 14. I think it was the 14 version, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, we used to always, in college, we always talked about that. Like, man, bro, like, what if they brought out NCAA? And I remember it was questionable for a long time. Like, a lot of people used to say, You know, they say they're gonna bring it. Then you had some dudes who was like, man, they're not bringing that back out.
Yeah,
It's over with. And when I finally found out that they was bringing it back and seeing all y'all like you feel me, Warren, Dukes, all them dudes, and then a couple other dudes that I know that's in college, like that's big for y'all because now, you feel me, obviously y'all own the game. Like I feel like now it's set up for y'all to win. You feel
yeah,
me? Y'all got the games, y'all got the NIL, feel me? The transfer portal rules, y'all got the new JUCO rule that just came
yeah,
out. You feel me? So it's like it's a win-win. You know how you feel about the changes, the drastic changes that been going on from over the years, you know, back from shit when you was in high school to now you being in college, about to be on your what, second year? Second or third?
yeah. This will be my third year.
Second, this should be a third year at
Oh, this will be my
Wazoo
second
or your
year. This will
second?
be my second.
Yeah, your second year at
Yeah.
Wazoo.
Uh,
So, you
I'll
know,
say it just put the players in the position to win more, and for us to benefit from it. So that's really just the biggest thing, for real, for real.
yeah. So, you know, I don't want to hold you up too long. You know, we're gonna close out right here, man. Is there any last people you want to give a shout out to, man? And you know, speak your piece to them.
Uh, shit. Nah, I don't got nobody.
Damn, you don't got no. It ain't one person you don't want to shout out.
Bro.
You don't got to. You feel me?
Uh,
This your interview, bro.
shit. Nah, I don't got nothing.
Okay. I appreciate you, man. Before we go, I need you to shout out the Chalk Talk podcast, man.
Feel me? Shout out Chalk Talk Podcast. Shout out my boy DC, man. Make sure y'all tap into the next episode, man.
Yeah. Right on,
Yep.
bro. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna
Yep,
hit
it's
you.
all good.
Yeah.
Show 'em everything 'cause you don't care. Must be a supermodel, you're everywhere. Them your friends that they call you very rare.
Playboy, just get on out there. Show her everything cause you don't care. Must be a superstar, you're everywhere. Superfly standing out, you're very rare.